if you were raised to be a people pleaser or a problem solver. There are two things I want to talk to you about today. Number one, these are blocks to your intuition. And number two, there is a way to still care for people, adjust these titles in such a way that it will advance you on your path without giving up some of the things that really mean a lot to you. It's all about how you navigate it. Let's jump in. Hello to you, spiritual seeker, journeyer, walker of a spiritual path, amazing soul. Let's get into this today and let's talk about the two things that are very common when it comes to blocks on spiritual paths, especially blocks on your intuitive path. Both of these things significantly block intuition. And today I'm going to talk about why they block your intuition, because it's always powerful to know why, so we know how to move forward. And then I'm going to talk about how to, instead of stopping the patterns, adjust the patterns. So you're still fulfilled. You still get to be all of you. You don't have to limit yourself, because that in itself would be a block anyway. So let's get into this. The two things we're going to cover, I'm going to cover one a little less than the other one, but the two things we're going to cover is people pleasing and problem solving. And let's talk about people pleasing first. And the reason I'm going to cover this one a little bit less is because it's really straightforward. It's really straightforward. We all know that being raised to be the people pleaser, you are liked if you help, you are judged in a positive light if you take care of everybody else and yourself last. This is a very common pattern, and we're not going to go back and look at any parents and go, shame on you, right? That's not it. Our parents did the best that they can do with what they had. With that said, when you have a pattern throughout childhood and growing up where you are praised for helping, praised for making a difference in everyone else's life, and at the same time put down or shunned for putting yourself first, this becomes a block to your intuitive channel. And we know this. A lot of us are working through this. A lot of us have that wonderful phrase of saying, I am a recovering people pleaser. And if you're one of those people, I'm right there with you. I am right by your side. I'm a recovering people pleaser. And the core of this one is the solidifying of your own sort of self-judgment. Because at some point you're judged from the outside, but over time you start to take that judgment on yourself and carry it with you. This is why your first reaction is to walk into a room and think, does anybody need anything? Can I help? Can I do this? Can I do that? And also at the same time, this is the unhealthy part, think, I'm not going to ask for help. I'm not going to tell anybody I need help. I'm not going to bring the attention to me. This combination is something that very quickly shuts down your intuition. Now, I want to throw out here, and we're going to touch on this again toward the end when we get into the navigation piece, but I want to really quickly say we never want to lose that desire to help. That's how you're wired. And this is why overcoming the people-pleasing tendencies can be very difficult, because you don't want to lose that aspect of you, because that aspect of you is very beautiful. Being helpful, wanting and caring, and supporting others. This is absolutely beautiful. We don't want to lose that. However, it's that flip of the coin where the self-judgment comes in and says, if I don't do that, I'm a bad person. Or if I set boundaries, I'm a bad person. Or if, even worse, instead of spending all my time helping someone else, I'm asking for help myself. That's defining ourselves as bad. So this is one of those categories where we got to kind of kick out the bad and keep the good, right? And like I said, we'll get into that with the navigation piece. When it comes to intuition, people pleasing will block your intuition because you are always looking outside of yourself. People who are in a pattern of people pleasing are also in a pattern of consistently checking in with everyone around them and everything happening around them, not a pattern of checking in with themselves. And that's where you're going to find your intuitive channel. So if you are used to constantly looking outward in order to define yourself, it's hard to stop doing that and start looking inward, because looking inward, taking time for yourself, self-care, going within, setting a boundary, saying, I can't do that today. I have to listen to my intuition. These things fall in that old category of judgment, right? So that can be a tough one, but we'll get there. We're going to get to the navigation piece, and we're going to give ourselves some tools that we can use to start shifting these to access our intuition. So the reason why intuition is blocked with people pleasing is because in a state of people pleasing, you are consistently looking outside of yourself and not within. Okay, here's the bigger one I want to talk about today, and this is problem solving. And the reason why I want to focus on this one today is not a lot of people talk about this. And this was actually one of my problems with problem solving. That was a big one for me. And I think when this clicks in, and we look at either people pleasing and or problem solving patterns, and we start to address them and navigate our way out of them, our intuitive channel just opens with ease. And that's what this is all about. But let's focus on problem solving. And I'm going to say it this way. If you identify yourself as a problem solver, if that is a badge of honor you wear, said with no judgment, because I wore that badge of honor for a long time myself. But if you carry that badge of honor that says, I am a problem solver, if that is something that you say, this is me, this is part of what makes me great, the universe will hear that and will continue to send you problems to solve. Now, I want you to sit with that for a minute, okay? If you say and take pride in and move through this world with a big label that says, I am an excellent problem solver, the universe is going to look at you and go, oh, she's a problem solver. Okay. She doesn't have any problems right now. Well, she must feel like she's lacking. She must need a problem to solve because she's a problem solver. That's where she thrives. So saying that we are people pleasing, saying that we are problem solvers is going to energetically bring us automatically, like attracts like, what you put out there, you bring more of. It's going to bring you more of the energy of problems to solve, people to help, etc., etc., etc. So what do we do with this? What do we do with this? We don't throw it out the window. That's the thing. Problem solving, blocking intuition is very similar to people pleasing, blocking intuition. Problem solving, blocking intuition is that you are not only consistently looking outward to fix something for someone else, but there's that extra layer of the label of it being such a good thing and taking so much pride in it that it becomes magnetic. Magnetic. While you might not hear someone saying and taking a ton of pride in being a people pleaser, because that term has established enough understanding around it that we understand that that's not exactly a healthy space to be in, we still think problem solvers are fantastic. We think that they are just to be looked up to, that they are just the best. They're smart. They can do anything, right? And so we don't yet look at or perceive problem solving as an actual problem. And because of this, it's a little bit more difficult to break it apart, keep the components of it that make you so wonderful, and let go of the components of it that are so harmful for you. Okay, so let's do that. Let's break this down. Let's break down the problem solving. Like I said, and I'm going to say it one more time. If you take pride in being a problem solver, and that's a label that you use for yourself, the universe will see to it that they're supporting you in the way that you want to be supported. And that label is saying to the universe, bring me more problems to solve. Let me be great. And I am great at solving problems. So bring me more problems to solve. And then one day you're like, I'm so sick and tired of solving problems, especially for some, for like another person. And you're like, I need my own time. I need my own space here. You'll go through waves of this as a problem solver to where you're just going to burn out over and over and over again. How do we keep the good and get rid of the bad? When it comes to problem solving, this is going to sound so quirky and so strange, but it totally works. And it's so easy too. This is what I want you to do. I want you to rename yourself, relabel that. Don't call yourself a problem solver. Call yourself something else. Life balancer. Well, if you say that, right, you're going to get more things that you need to balance. But just call yourself exactly what you are, which is insightful. I'm insightful, or I'm intelligent. I am quick to navigate what life brings my way. And I consistently move forward in the direction of bliss and wonderful experiences and abundance and anything that comes along that path that needs to be adjusted for the abundance, for the bliss to continue pouring in. I am capable. Saying that you are capable, saying that you are intelligent, saying that you are insightful is going to change things a little bit for that which you attract into your energy field. Instead of saying I'm a problem solver and then getting more problems to solve, saying I am a creator of my destiny, a manifester, which is also, right? You're manifesting, you're creating. Creating is another way of problem solving. Problem solving, you're just creating a solution, correct? You are a creator. You are a builder. You are a navigator. Come up with a different term. Come up with a different term. In a lot of the manifesting classes, you can hear wonderful instruction around not saying things negatively, right? Don't say my car won't break down because the universe only hears car breakdown. This is the same thing. When we say I'm a problem solver, the universe hears problems to solve. Okay, here's some problems to solve. But when we say we are a conscious creator, we are intelligent, we are a navigator, the universe says, okay, I'm going to give them things to navigate. I'm going to give them things that I'm going to be a part of their creating process, right? Match that into your abundance affirmations, and it's gold. It's absolute gold. Here's another way to lay this out. If you say that you want to move into a new home, right? Let's say you want to buy a house and you've been in an apartment for a while and you want to buy a house and you're trying to, work with the industry. The real estate industry is really tough, expensive, et cetera, et cetera. Let's say it's a challenge. So you start manifesting through affirmations and you say, I want to, this is the house that I own. It's going to be beautiful. It's going to be wonderful. And you're doing your affirmations perfectly, 100% gold star, right? But you also have a personal label for yourself that you are a problem solver. And the universe is hearing you say how you navigate through life is by solving problems. Then you're going to get a path to this new house because you're manifesting it. But that path that you're going to get is going to be filled with problems to solve. And the adorable universe next to you is going to go, look I did a good job. I gave you something that you identify with and that you label, and this is how you feel, and this is what you're proud of. You're proud of solving problems. So, and you want a new house. So here's the house, and here's a whole list of problems that are going to come with buying the house. Now, if you label yourself as intelligent, a navigator, a creator of your destiny, and you do affirmations saying, oh, the new house that I bought, it's beautiful. You're doing your affirmations perfectly. Again, gold star. The universe is going to give you a path to that house that is not filled with problems, but is filled with moments of navigation, moments of insight, moments of connections. So relabeling can be big, can be really big. Don't lose the components of problem solving and people pleasing that make you wonderful in who you are and actually fill your heart with joy. What this means is quit solving the problems and helping the people that do not deserve your time. They do not deserve your energy. They just don't deserve anything. Here's the boundary, right? And then help the people that do deserve your time, that do deserve your energy, that would also in turn help you. Now, intuition. Here we go. So I kind of touched on it a little bit with manifesting and affirmations, but let's break it down to intuition and how to navigate this. So with the affirmations, when it comes to people pleasing, letting that go, learning how to go inward, right? When it comes to problem solving, relabeling it as something else, which, really identifying who you really are, which is intelligent and insightful and capable. When it comes to intuition, however, the block for both of these, and I've touched on this a couple times, is that you're looking outward, not inward. And for this, one of the best tools I can give you to navigate this and to start releasing that block and start focusing in on the positives of both of these and letting go of the negatives is an internal meditation practice like GCP, alignment of the chakras, something that gets you into alignment. I recommend GCP for everything. I know you've heard me say it. If you've followed me for a while, you're like, I know, Bo, I've been doing it. I got it. But I'm sincere when I say it works so well, so well. GCP is ground, clear, protect. First you ground, then you clear out the energy that no longer serves you, then you protect, put a bubble up that is like a filter that does not allow anything that is not for your highest good and allows into your energetic space that which is for your highest good. Now, with that statement alone, you can see how the good components of people pleasing, the great components of problem solving can be allowed in. But the negative components of people pleasing and the blocking components of problem solving can be kept out of your energetic space. When you do this, do it once a day, do it twice a day, do it when you feel like you need to do it. And do not forget to relabel that superpower you have of navigating and handling anything that comes your way, right? There we go. I am a navigator of all the amazing, wonderful things that come my way. I mean, I literally personally, I feel like going on Etsy and ordering that as a name tag and wearing it myself for the next week. Relabel it, reword it, step out of that pattern of always looking outside and start learning to catch yourself in those moments and turning it around to look inward. Check in with your energy. Do alignment practices. And the biggest message of all is don't let go of the components that make you wonderful. The fact that you're competent, you are a navigator, you are caring, you will be there for the people that you love, you can handle what life brings you. But please do let go of the components that lower your vibration and invite you into self-judgment. We're done with those. We're done. We're done. No more self-judgment. No, you are a good person because you're you. You are a navigator. You can handle whatever comes your way because you're intelligent, you're capable, and you're insightful. This is the direction we want to go. And when we do this, our intuitive channel starts to open up, starts to connect, and says, thank goodness. You're going inward. You're looking at your own internal energy systems. You are getting into alignment. You're paying attention to yourself. You're deciding what you actually want and that you are exactly who you are, which is amazing. Your intuitive channel is going to open up even more, and it's going to say, let's do this.